Politics is a subject that I never thought of myself getting involved or interested in entirely, although that changed when I found out about this amazing person who was going to run in the 2016 election. This person was Bernie Sanders, and he had the similar ideals that I have in such a way that he fought for a universal health care, free public education, fighting for the for thing to fix the income inequality, and also the fixing the infrastructure and many other the subjects that will make this video long, but it needs to be. Although, like many of us know, Bernie Sanders did not win the primaries. As alongside, he won, he got almost half of the vote. And like everyone else knows, since Hillary Clinton did not win the general election, Donald Trump won. So no matter what happened, then it happened and we have to get on with it. Although the next 4 years are going to be tough because Trump is just Trump. He's everywhere. He changes his mind. He's terrifying and someone I think as unfit as a president because he changes his mind so often. Although his cabinet is also not that good. But moving on from that, for the next 4 years we're stuck with him. Although we now is the time we have to look at the new politics, the news in politics, and judge for ourselves who we think is suitable for being the next president. Since it is our duty and our duty to be active in in politics and not to stay in the back distance. We have if if we don't, we won't be able to choose what we want in our on government, and we will lose out on a lot of opportunities. With that said, I believe the best suitable person suitable for the role as next president would be Bernie Sanders because of his because of the history he has in dealing with politics, his ideals, and his personality that he never backs down, and how he always how he has been fighting for rights for us, for for education, healthcare, and many other things that I find to be something that is quite important. Now, in order to determine this thing, we have to look. This is Bernie Sanders, if you can see. He might be a bit old, although he is still a great person. He has been fighting for the rights of, for rights and for LGBT and as well as women's rights since the early or late 70s to the early 80s. In fact, if you look at his history, he was in his book or autobiography, All Political Revolution, he was mayor of the Burlington, Vermont, in which he won by a few votes. And after some time, he got his ideals into the town and made the town one of the best towns in Vermont. as well as have the highest voter turnout. Now, now, as you see that, he decided to run for Senate in the late 80s and 90s, which as a third party, in which he won, and he's still in the Senate to this day, trying to fight for what which he recently put a bill in for a universal health care, which has not been been voted on yet. So it may or may not pass. Anyways, Bernie Sanders is someone that fights for what he believes in, and he is, and Bernie Sanders is someone that is an, like a majority of people want an outsider, not a corporate Democrat like Hillary Clinton, who would support her donors. Now, before we get on to the Bernie Sanders also wants to get rid of super PACs, in which corporations would put millions of dollars into a person to win, and they would owe them favors. Bernie Sanders has got all of his campaigns from people like me who support him by paying him a few dollars here and there, and that's how he got his money. And some climate and environmental packs that support his cause that were maybe 10,000 here or there, but Hillary Clinton got millions of dollars from like Goldman Sachs and other places. Now, well, I think Bernie Sanders had a great chance of beating him as you look at the polls that were done from the NBC, CBS, Fox, and a couple other places like IBD, in which in May of 2016, seen Bernie Sanders and Trump. They did a poll from against Bernie Sanders and Trump, and Bernie Sanders the the, the points were 4 to 15 points. Hillary Clinton had a poll, and she was just getting about the maximum points of 5 points. You can see her where she lost, as she didn't campaign as much as she needed in the states that she lost. Although before we get off track discussing all politics, Bernie Sanders is also said it is our political revolution in which it's our duty to choose and to make a revolution about what we want to stand for. If we want our country to still be a democracy, or do we want it to be slowly become an oligarchy or a authoritarian, and that point is what I want to make. It is our duty and our right to fight for a chance to make our voices heard. It is our duty to make a statement that we do not want to be seen by the corporate. We do not want the corporations telling us this is how we should act. We need to make our own political revolution and stand up and choose who we need, who we want in office to get the job done. Bernie Sanders is the the choice is a good choice as he is for the people. He has been for the people since the late to early 70s. He will not turn his back on us, and he will do his best to make the middle class as best as it was before and before the the income inequality went to a higher thing in which the 1% have more money than the 99% of the US in total. Politics may be a touchy subject, but it is a subject nonetheless. Politics is something we have to be a part of. If we're not a part of it, then we will never be able to choose our destiny. We will have our destiny chosen by corporations and other people who are not working towards our favor, in our favors. Now, do you want to be in that government, or do you want to be in a government where we're free and we are in a democracy in which everyone has the right? Thank you for your time.